perhaps we could start by introducing ourselves.
Sure. So I'm Jamal Chandoul. I'm Senior Vice President for Middle East, Africa, Turkey, and Central Asia at Amadeus, in charge of the what we call travel sellers, which is our GDS, basically business, distribution business.
Great. And I work in corporate communications, responsible for Europe, Middle East, and Africa at Amadeus. And later on, we'll be joined by two customers who are going to give their insights as well. So first of all, how does it feel to be at ATM?
It feels great. I'm so happy. It has been like a couple of days now, 2 days, second day, and it's fantastic. Very busy, a lot of buzz, lots of customers, lots of conversations, and it's great to be back strongly and to connect with our customers from the whole region. It's as well very good to see that ATM it's becoming really a global event. We're seeing customers from all over the world, and really it's good for us to be there.
Yeah, you can definitely feel the buzz. It's my first time here, and it's amazing. So considering your role at Amadeus, Jamal, how do you see things in the region?
Region is booming for travel. There's a lot of investment in the region, Middle East particularly. Everyone heard about Saudi Arabia, but of course the UAE. The whole region actually is believing in travel, strongly believing in tourism as a way to develop the economy, to provide jobs, and to connect to the world. So I think, and that's why we see so many people coming from all over the world. We see that travel is back strongly. That's what all our partners, customers are telling us. And there's a lot of opportunities.
Definitely. And I'm glad people are feeling so optimistic about travel, because today we're here to talk about the traveler of the future. It's important for the industry to be prepared for the future travelers. What do they want? What do they need? And how can we provide it for them? Wouldn't you agree with that?
Absolutely. Allow me to introduce you to our Travel Tribes 2033 research project. So let me start with the agenda. First, we will go through the background and the methodology. Then we'll introduce the 4 traveler tribes. We will share with you thoughts about travel in the future, and we will discuss with our 2 customers, 2 partners, the implication for the travel industry. So first, let's start with the background and methodology. We commissioned this research to North Stars Research. It's a specialized agency, and analyze an online survey among 10,345 travelers. The travelers were located in 15 countries all over the world, UAE from this region, but also US, China, India, Indonesia, Japan, UK, France, Germany, so many countries. And those travelers are likely to travel internationally in the next 3 years and have traveled internationally at least once in the last year. We also conducted 22 in-depth expert interviews with leaders from Amadeus and other thought leaders from inside and outside the travel industry. The research provided more than 5.8 million data points. We spoke to 16 travelers from India, UK, and the US, 4 from each traveler tribe, to understand their current lives and thoughts about the future in more details.
That's right. And just it might be worth saying that this research was conducted using special methodology about the future. So there's techniques in research that you can use that help people to explain what they think life will be like in the future. So although we might see the traveler tribes emerging today, remember this is for 10 years' time. This is what they'll be in 10 years' time.
So let's introduce you to the 4 traveler tribes.
Every traveler is different. Each trip is unique. No experiences are the same. That's why Amadeus commissioned independent insights agency North Star Research Partners to understand the travelers of the future. What will motivate them, and how will their motivations differ from today? Will travelers look to technology to assist their journey? Will they demand a more sustainable trip? Will they trust artificial intelligence to guide them, or will they be concerned about privacy? Meet our Traveler Tribes 2033. Excited experientialists want to seek out new experiences. Hannah is comfortable with the future of travel, knowing it offers an improved experience versus today. The technology of tomorrow will allow her traveler tribe to move efficiently through airports, enjoying a comfortable experience throughout. Memory makers are comfortable with themselves, put people first, and place less emphasis on sustainability and technology. Antoine has concerns about unknown technology, but if it removes barriers to making happy memories, he can get on board. His traveler tribe prefer things they are familiar with, yet understands change can be good and will change over time. They live for today, not tomorrow. Young business travelers, travel techfluencers show their forward-looking perspective on life through how much technology they own. Priya is driven and ambitious, and it shows when she travels. Whether finding new business opportunities or attending seminars, artificial intelligence will be a vital element of improving her traveler tribe's travel experience. With their time increasingly valuable, they will appreciate any time saved by technology as it will allow for more leisure. With an above-average income, pioneering Pathfinders live a progressive, fast-paced life, always looking for their next adventure. For Scott, sustainability is top of his agenda. Understanding he has a part to play to protect the planet, he makes small changes to his journey as he explores the world. Biofuel flights and electric cars are a part of his traveler tribe's future, while they will also consider meeting virtually rather than taking a trip. Today, being environmentally conscious is fashionable. Tomorrow, it will be the norm. Building an ecosystem of partners, coordinating data, orchestrating technology providers. We will build seamless end-to-end travel experiences of tomorrow. Whatever direction travel takes, and whichever traveler tribe you fall into, Amadeus will play its part in the future. To download the full report, go to the Traveler Tribes page on Amadeus.com.
Very interesting, isn't it? Thank you. And what I would like you to do right now is to as well take the quiz yourself. You see the QR code, so let's see which traveler tribe you are. So please scan the QR code. It's very fast. It's about 30 seconds test, so that you know which tribe you are. And we'll probably ask you at some point to share, some of you.
So Jamel, which tribe are you?
Well, I'm the excited experientialist, you know?
Excellent, excellent. And when you look at the characteristics of that traveler tribe, does it resonate with how you like to travel and plan travel? And
yes, very much. Actually, I'm this kind of person that do not like planning. I like to try things, you know, and sometimes at the last minute change my plans, discover things, you know, on the go. And also, I like technology to make my life easier. I think we all like. I think technology probably it's a common thing now. In travel, you cannot do without technology. And you, Rob, which traveler tribe are you?
So I'm a travel techfluencer, which a lot of that traveler tribe are business people traveling on business, which I do a lot, as you do. And I love my tech too. So they're very keen on tech. I've got my smartwatch. I've got smart devices at home. They're not quite so oriented towards saving the planet, which I know is with the theme of ATM sustainability. They are open to helping to do that, but because they're kind of business travelers, they don't think it's going to cost them anything. So the company will have to pay for that. So I'm not sure I'm exactly the same like that, but anyway. Afterwards, we'll ask the audience, won't we, about which traveler tribes they are. Yeah. So should we look at the results for the UAE while you're still taking the quiz, yeah?
So let's see the results for the UAE. The blue numbers, the numbers in blue are the UAE numbers, and the numbers in black underneath are the global numbers. So just to give you an idea and to compare. And you can see in the UAE, 33% are pioneering pathfinders compared to 43% globally. And 34, so it's really even, are memory makers, which is in that case twice more than the global numbers. And travel tech influencers are 14% compared to 15 globally, so more or less the same. And 19% are excited experimentalists like me, which is slightly below the global numbers.
Yeah, that's right. And I think it's worth saying that the global aggregated numbers, personally, I don't think it's super helpful to compare one country with the global ones, because the global ones, of course, include huge populations like India and China, and it's been their results have been upweighted. But what I do think it's a good idea to do is to look at UAE, for example, if you sell into UAE, and maybe one of the other markets, one of the other 15, like UK or USA or wherever, because I think that is interesting to compare two nations. So, shall we find out what our audience is?
Raise your hand if you are pioneering Pathfinder. Anybody? How about Memory Maker? Ah, we have a couple here. Good. And an excited experimentalist. Like me. Ah, good. And last but not least, travel tech influencer like you, Rob. Well, good, good. So
good company.
This is quite fun, no?
It is. It's fun, isn't it? It's fun to do it. It's very quick. Just as well, I want to tell you that that wasn't the actual way we tested people for the survey. That was obviously just a quick and dirty, fun thing to do. But the actual survey and the way we did it was much more complex and in-depth than that. But although it's fun to take the quiz, and anyone can do it, you can bring it home to your family and find out what your family are. There's something more important about the research, isn't there?
Yes. So let's look at the reason why we conducted this research. Basically, it's to help Amadeus, its customers, and our industry partners to prepare for the needs of future travelers. So let's see what excites UAE traveler tribes about travel in the future.
So yeah, we can see a few different things that they selected these out of 9 potential prompts. I see there's one, 37% artificial intelligence making trip planning quicker. And that's something that really resonates with me, because I was thinking, like, if you had a trip to London, for example, and the weather in London isn't as good as it is in Dubai, and it might be raining all day, a digital assistant, an AI digital assistant, could actually look at the weather forecast and tell you what to do, give you suggestions of what you could be doing so that you didn't waste your time. Are there any there that stand out to you?
Yes, for me, to be honest, is a chance to travel in a more environmentally friendly ways. I mean, during the travel, but also at the destination. I think we are all now very aware and sensitive when we talk about environment, and we want to see recycling, we want to see, clean beaches, we don't want to see plastic. So that's the thing that resonates with me actually a lot, and I think with a lot of our travelers here.
Yes, very good. And actually, this isn't the first research of this kind that we've done. Amadeus has done, this is the 3rd one. And when we did our first research, I think it was in 2007, we weren't using biometric data. We didn't have facial recognition on our phones. So things have really moved on a lot in those, just few years, and we expect it to do the same. But there probably are some negatives as well. So what sort of things might concern people about technology and travel in the future?
That's true. So here are the top concerns for future travelers, according to our research. Considering there is a strong sustainability theme at ATM this year, I thought number 4 is very interesting. 35% have concerns that my traveler trip will be more expensive if I want to be more environmentally conscious. To explore this point further, let's invite 2 industry experts experts to the stage. Let's invite our friend Salim, please, from ATS. Please join us, Salim. And Pallav Sengvi from Sira Group. Please join us. Please briefly introduce yourself and your companies.
Hi, I'm Salim Sharif, Deputy Managing Director of ATS Travel, a Dubai headquartered travel management company with offices across Saudi Arabia and having our back office in India and managing customers across 14 countries within the region. We are part of a global network called ATG based in Ohio, US, and hence we are having global reach with corporates as well. Our basic business is into MICE, corporate travel, and luxury holidays. Besides that, we have built an online platform, which is a B2B platform, through our technology company called Blue 7 Technologies. We are here at the Arabian travel market, where we have built a robust B2B system in association with Amadeus and a company called C Factor based in Manchester. During the pandemic, when we were suffering, we set up a logistics company called 9Y Logistics, which is in the similar model as Uber, but in the logistics field, that is the trucking field. So that's about me and my company.
Hi everyone, I am Pallav. I am Vice President at Al Musafir, part of Sira Group. I take care of the Al Musafir consumer business. We are the largest travel company in the GCC.
Good, good, good. To start, I think the audience and we really want to know which traveler tribe you are. Who want to start?
I am an excited experientialist like you. I don't like planning my trips. I love my technology, and I want to see what is ahead of me during the day.
Salim?
And I am technologies.
And how? Why it resonate with you?
Yes, it does. I do travel a lot on business and otherwise. And every time I travel, I actually put myself in the shoes of our travelers and look at how technology can benefit the traveler. So every travel experience of mine, I consider it as a travel experience for my customer and look at how technology can enhance the travel experience. And that has been going on all throughout my travel days. Besides, through our own technology company, Blue 7 Technologies, we have been innovating and looking at how technology can shape the travel experience of our customers. So that's how it resonates with me.
And Pallav, I'm curious to know if you are already seeing these future tribes emerging today when you deal with your customers and consumers, because you are the head of consumer business.
Yes, I think, see, over a period of time, the traveler types have evolved depending on the availability of content, supply, as well as technology. And we have continued to see that happen. We are already seeing people use technology a lot, and we've brought that as a part of our business to enable customers to use that technology before travel and during travel as well. So yes, early signs are already here.
What about you, Salim? Any comment?
Can I have the question again?
Yeah. Are you already seeing these future traveler tribes emerging today when you deal with your customers?
Oh yes, I mean, all the four of them, they are present. Even now, it used to be even before, and it will continue to be there. And as the studies show that these four are definitely going to be the most important ones for the future. But for instance, memories. I mean, everyone has been looking for memories right from, the early travel days till now. And that will continue to happen in future too. Technology is something that was there before and that is going to be in future as well. Only the magnitude of or the finesse of technology will differ. I was at an event yesterday with a major airline, and the CEO, the top official, was talking about how the airline is evolving. And I was surprised to note that they're still using Sita technology, and they just moved over to Amadeus recently. So technology is there even in that airline, but how they have evolved and how they have changed. So that's how technology is going to evolve. It's going to be more aggressive. The changes in technology will be more aggressive than what it used to be before.
I know which airline you're talking about. Good. Pallav, tell us, how do you think it's going to change the way the industry or your company might operate in the future?
Well, if we as company have to survive, we have to ensure that we understand the future traveler. We are able to build our products, our services, and our capabilities to serve them. I think we will have to, after we understand that, we will have to invest in technology for sure. We will have to definitely get the right kind of people to be able to support that, as well as a mindset as an organization to continuously evolve.
What about you, Salim? How is it going to impact the industry or your operation?
Post-pandemic situation has changed drastically. Yeah, where we used to be laid down and where traditional travel management companies were not, conscious about investing in technology, have sort of woken up and they've understood the importance of investing in technology. Same with us as well. Although we were a company that used to invest a lot in technology, we became more aware of how we need to evolve to ensure that, we stand one step ahead of what the competition has to offer in our marketplace. And that can happen only if you have created a technology that can support your business. More importantly, it is a cultural shift within your organizations. If we are not able to create that kind of cultural shift amongst our teams, making them understand the importance of evolving, then we'll get laid back and we'll not be able to progress at all. Constant training, constant education to our staff is very important. And also the recruitment drive or the recruitment process of getting new talent on board has to be totally different from what it used to be before. We will have to look at people who are more tech savvy, who has got the oomph in them to adopt to the new latest technologies, or even think one step ahead as to what would happen probably 2 or 3 years from now and be ready for, say, 2033 as how Amadeus has put the study into now.
I agree. The mindset shift is really key. We see that everywhere. As at Amadeus also, it's important after COVID, post-COVID, transformation. And we always use the word transformation. It's about technology. It's about how we operate, but also it's about mindset of how we see the future and how we see as well our travelers and what they expect from us as company, because we all work together. We talk a lot also about collaboration, so everything you said resonates with me, Salim. So what do you think the focus needs to be on to prepare for the future? About maybe things about like innovation, about recruitment, about upskilling. I mean, Pallav, you want to start?
Yeah. So I think the focus for us has to be always understanding the customer. I think if we are able to understand the customer really well, the brilliant thing about these traveler types, by the way, is they're so relatable. I think if we go out, we can look at so many complex traveler definitions. It's very difficult for both the customers as well as internal employees to understand that. Now that we are able to understand these traveler tribes, it's very easy for us to also start shifting the mindset of the organization to focus on the newer traveler types that are coming in while serving the existing ones. So I think that remains the key focus. With that will come enabling technology, and how do we make technology easily available and consumable by the customers. I think that's going to be the biggest key for us.
Salim.
I would agree with what Pallav said. Every word of his is just right. Besides that, I would say innovation is the key. Innovate, innovate, innovate. That should be the mantra for the travel management company. If you do not innovate, if you do not change yourself, if you do not align yourself with what the marketplace is, or if you do not align yourself with what the future is likely to be, you're going to be left behind. So in our organization at ATS Travel, we have created a totally different exercise for our teams to come up with innovative solutions that will change the way we do business at the moment. Yes, we are aware of what our customers want. We are aware of what the market is offering, but we would definitely always like to look at how we can do things differently, how we can give our products and services in a totally different manner than what it is being done. And this is a constant exercise. This is not something that we stop once we have reached a particular stage. This keeps continuing, and this is part of our strategy, and this has been working quite well, especially post-pandemic.
Good.
Very, very interesting comments from both of you, very insightful. So when we looked at the results from the UAE travelers, we saw that there was interest in tech, using tech. The memory makers, they're the ones that are least in love with tech because they like to do things habitually. They like their comforts. They like what they know. So they're not going to use tech just for the sake of it. But then, of course, you've got the travel tech fluencers and the pioneering pathfinders. They're the ones that actually do want to use tech to have a better experience, which is going to be challenging for companies, isn't it, to deal with these different types. But I was just wondering specifically, do you see a role for virtual reality and artificial intelligence? With virtual reality, some people are talking about like metaverse and also maybe try before you buy. How do you see that, Pallav?
I personally don't think virtual reality is great for travel because many times it ruins the moment when you're at the place, at the destination, trying to experience it. Majority of the times, if you've already experienced it through VR, you might not be able to be in that wow moment that we have been when you're exploring newer places. I think AR is a very interesting opportunity, especially for tech enthusiasts who want to get things where they want and where they are, and AR can enable them to understand what is available around them to experience.
Yeah, I think earlier you mentioned in-trip. So I think in-trip AI can really help. What about you, Salim? What do you think?
I would differ a little from what Pallav said because we have got a very large MICE department as well. We do more than 1,000 events a year, and it's so important for us to show the actual exhibition stand or conference area through virtual reality through our customers. This is something that we introduced, and it has worked very well, and we have been able to showcase what they are going to actually host or do the event, through the virtual reality. So that has definitely helped. We are taking it one step ahead. We are now taking it even in the leisure space, where we are looking at a technology where we could probably give virtual reality. We are working with our DMCs worldwide to give us content, so we are able to offer or show the leisure traveler exactly as to what they are going to experience in the destination. Yes, what you see in the camera is different from what you would experience and feel on the ground, but giving an idea of what you're going to see in the future or in your particular trip is definitely important. And we see that this would definitely help a lot in promoting tourism as well as enhancing our MICE business.
Excellent.
I have another question for you, Salim, because I know there's a topic which is very close to your heart, and you are a pioneer actually in that area. The theme of ATM this year is sustainability or sustainable travel. So, I mean, it's as well something that came out, of the Traveler Tribes survey. Can you give us some, inside comments about how you see and how you apply it to your business? This topic about sustainability. Salim. Yes.
Sustainability. Sustainability is core and very close to our heart. Not only me, to our entire organization. In fact, we last year, sometime in February, is when we launched our sustainability drive called ATS Go Green. By launching that, we not only preach, we also practice. Today you see my lanyard, I don't have plastic here. It's paper. I don't use tissue, I use handkerchiefs. It's the same across my organization. We don't have dustbins in our office. We don't have lights that are permanent. It's all sensor related. Me and my boss, we drive Tesla. We don't use petrol. We don't use gas. Yeah. So we practice what we preach. And last year, we introduced Sustainability Drive by offering our corporates, our clients, reports of how much carbon they emit. And we went one step further by offering options to offset them as well. We also, giving a carbon report for airline is very easy. Amadeus has got the tool. They've got a fantastic tool through which you can pull the carbon report for all the air travel that you book through the GDS. But what about LCCs? What about transfers? What about hotel accommodation? What about, car hire? So these are the things that you are not able to calculate and find out how much of carbon is emitted, right? And we came up with a technology and we provide this to each of our customers today. And you would be surprised to note, most of our customers were shocked to know that the amount of investment to offset these carbon that is emitted by them is zilch. It's nothing, it's very less. And then the adoption started increasing more and more, and corporates started coming forward to actually say that, look, we would like to go deeper and provide more for offsetting the carbon that we promote. Having said, it has got its own challenges. I don't say it's a smooth sailing journey for us. We learned a lot of things out of this exercise. We were in fact trying to see how we as travel management company, or even hotels for that matter, can incentivize and offer some SOPs to these travelers to ensure that they adopt sustainability in a more bigger manner. For instance, hotels can actually have loyalty programs added to the linens that they're using. We find that there are placards in the hotel rooms which says, be bothered about the environment, do not put your linens for wash, try to use them. But why don't they say that if you do not put the linens for wash, we give you extra brownie points in your loyalty program? Travel management companies should offer some kind of discount in case the clients are able to select sustainable accommodation and sustainable mode of travel, hire electric car instead of a vehicle run by diesel. So these are things that we learned and we are evolving. We have just started and we can see that there is lots that a travel management company can do. And if any of the travel management companies would like to get some kind of insight into this, we are available. I can always help you and ensure that you are having sustainability as a core CRS system for you. Yep.
What about you?
I think what you're doing is wonderful. Congratulations, and I hope you continue on that path. I think my personal belief is that sustainability is an individual responsibility of individual travelers, of corporates, and every other company in the industry. What we can do as an industry is educate each other and support each other in our drive towards sustainability.
Rob, you're going to talk about the concerns. Do you have a question?
Yes. So, when you think about the concerns that people have, sometimes it's not the technology itself, it's what happens behind the scenes. So data privacy, that concerns people. So they're thinking, well, actually, I'm not sure I want to use biometrics because I don't know where my data is going. So how do you think the industry can overcome things like data privacy and cyber security? What can we do as an industry to help people be more confident?
I think as an industry, as organizations, we have to take the responsibility that the customer is trusting us by giving their data to us. How we use it and how we expose it to the outside world, it will define whether we survive as organizations in the future or not. So data privacy is a necessity as an organization to survive for us, though we have to find a balance, because the more data we get from our customers, we are able to personalize their experience a lot more. But how, there is a line that we need to draw, so that the customers are comfortable continuing to provide that to us.
Salim?
Yeah. As technology evolves, it's very important that travel management companies invest in cybersecurity. It is a given that definitely there is going to be some kind of leakage, gaps, attacks that will happen, and we need to be taking our guard and ensure that we invest in cybersecurity and all technology-related tools that will safeguard the interest of the organization. It's also very important that we get all the certifications done on time and ensure that we are certified like ISO and others that are there in the marketplace. As an industry, we need to set some standards probably, and there should be some kind of leadership that will drive some kind of industry standards that can be plug and play for agencies. especially the smaller ones that are aspiring to become big, they may not be having the kind of resource to invest in technology, and this should be something that, in fact, travel management associations should be able to drive and put it in place. Most importantly, transparency and being truthful to your customers as to where you stand as far as your data security is concerned, as far as how and where you stand as far as your cyber security is concerned. You need to be very transparent with your customers and let them know as to what your capabilities are. So that will actually help in ensuring that they can also come up with ideas to safeguard their interest with us.
I think that's very true, very wise words. And also, wouldn't you say you have to be super selective about your partners? Because we know there are bad actors in the global, scene who are attacking companies. And so, you are like doing the right thing, making it a priority, and then you have to make sure your partners are doing the same, isn't it? So I think that's...
Absolutely right, yes.
We did have a question about, the research looks at some behavioral science issues, like back to sustainability. We just had a question on, when you ask people, do you want to be more sustainable and do you want to be greener? They say, oh yes, I do. But when you say to them it's going to cost you a little bit more money, they don't want to do it anymore. So how do you think we can work on that? Especially, Pallav, you work with consumers. Do you see that in your own field?
I think, yes, sustainability, everybody likes to talk about it, but people don't see it as a necessity as of now. I think as an industry, as an organization, our role is to continuously educate customers on why is it important and how by taking such small steps, they can make a big impact. I think that education is lacking today, and people just see the differential in pricing, but not the differential in impact.
And Salim?
I think if you're able to bridge that gap, we may make better inroads.
Pallav is right. Yeah, what he said is right. And I also touched on this point during my notes of during my chat about sustainability earlier. Yes, it is something that everyone wants to do, but they do not know how to do, and they also do not know how much they have to spend to do. They think it's a big thing, sustainability. It's a big thing, and everyone is talking about it, and maybe it's very expensive. Maybe we need to commit ourselves to something so big, which we don't want to at the moment. Our revenue will be leaked, and we'll not be able to, save costs. No, not at all. I mean, that is where TMCs come into play. TMCs like us have to educate companies that, look, you're not going to pay through your nose. We have to show them the value. In fact, 10,000 tons of carbon could be offset maybe by, in our local currency, maybe about 3 dirham, 4 dirham. As low as that. And how much will it come for a corporate or a company that spends, say, about 300 or 400,000 tons of carbon a month? It's nothing, yeah? So that's something that we as TMCs need to educate our customers. For doing that, we TMCs have to first of all understand as to how this is going to impact, what is going to be the financials, what is going to be the commercials, and only then we'll be able to inform our customers as well.
Thank you. That was a very insightful discussion. I'm sure you would agree. Please join me in thanking Salim Sharif from ATS and Pallav Singhvi from Sira Group for sharing their thoughts and ideas. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure being here.
And I think it's been a fascinating conversation, hasn't it? But I just think we might have only just scraped the surface of the report. It's a big report, isn't it? I know I shared it with you. And we have one more slide, if we can go to the slides. So you can download your copy of the report. It really is interesting reading, and you can focus on the different tribes that maybe is your main customer group. And also, it has a lot more detail about some of the interesting aspects of what the future forces of travel will be in 10 years' time, and what people think about, what their concerns are. So we can address them today, can't we?
Thank you, and please visit our stand. Amadeus stand is TT 1350, just there behind in the corner. It's in the Travel Tech Hall. come and talk to us about how Amadeus is helping the industry get ready for the future travelers that we've been discussing today. We will be happy to demonstrate how we can help you, help your business grow and prosper too. Thanks for attending our session today. Thank you.